No, not all the 12 years. Agatha realized that, peering closer. 1 4th year. And it wasn't her. Instead, the pen had picked a brown boy with long matted hair, a bushy unibrow, and a surly scroll. The glowing spotlights hounded tighter on the boy, zeroing on in his bandaged hand, something in his bandaged hand. Agatha turned. "Waven," she said, whip sharp. "Give me that book." Waven gawked at her. "Now!" Agatha hissed. Startled, Waven tossed it to her like a hot stone. "It's not mine. It's a library book. It was the only one with pictures instead of words. Mona made us search for clues about Ryan while we recovered." "Don't blame me, you illiterate fool," his green-skinned friend berated. "Who carries a library book when running from murderers? No wonder you were so slow." "Tried to toss it along the way, but the book beat me," Waven defended. Agatha was already kneeling as she lit up the cover of her glowing fingertip, teachers hovering over her. The History of the 𝓕𝓵𝓵, August A. 𝓕𝓪𝓵. Just seeing her old history professor's name calmed Agatha's heart. August 𝓕𝓪𝓵 had never led her astray, even after his death. If the 𝓕𝓵𝓵 had pointed her to the book, then there was something she needed in its pages, something she needed to win this fairy tale. She just had to find what it was. She pulled open the cover and saw that, like of all the Professor 𝓕𝓪's books, the pages didn't have words. Instead, each page was shaded with a pattern of embossed dots in a rainbow of colors, small as pinheads. As a blind seer, Professor 𝓕𝓪 couldn't write history, but he could see it, and he wanted his readers to do the same. "Is there a reason you are reading a crackpot theory while pirates ravage our school?" Professor Manley glowed. "If it wasn't for August 𝓕𝓪, we wouldn't have a school," Professor Animan tweeted. "Billions is right, Emma," Princess Uma added meekly. "As much as I loved August, his theory about the 𝓕𝓵𝓵 has no proof." Agatha turned them out from being through pages, but the book was as thick as her fist. Where was she supposed to start reading when all the pages looked exactly the same? Then, out of the corner of her eye, she saw the 𝓕𝓵𝓵 glow brighter in mid-air. Without thinking, Agatha turned the page, keeping her eye on the pen. The 𝓕𝓵𝓵 pushed it brighter. Agatha turned more pages. The 𝓕𝓵𝓵 pushed it even brighter. Agatha flipped through the book, faster and faster, the 𝓕𝓵𝓵 growing hotter, like the last flare of a sunset, its lights ballooning through the entire tower. Agatha surged to the next page. The 𝓕𝓵𝓵 went dim. She flipped back to the page before. "This one," she breathed. Far below, she heard the pirates. "Lights in a schoolmaster's tower. Someone's inside." Another answered. "How we gonna get up there?" Inside the tower, teachers and students exchanged petrified looks. Agatha was already running her fingertips across the dots on the page. Chapter 15. 1 True King, spoke Professor 𝓕𝓪's voice. Agatha swept her hand across the next line of dots and a ghostly three-dimensional scenes melded into view atop the page. A living diorama, the 𝓐𝓷𝓰𝓮𝓵, like one of Professor Setter's old paintings. Agatha could see the whole school crowding in to watch a vision of the snowman twirling over the book. From the very beginning of the Endless Woods, the snowman has been its lifeblood, Setter's voice narrated. As long as the snowman waits new tales, the sun will keep rising over the woods, for it is these lessons of good and evil that move our world forward. But just as the pen keeps man alive, so too does man keep the pen alive. Each ruler wears a ring that pledges his or her loyalty to the snowman, carrying the same inscription at the pens. 100 founding ramps in the endless woods, 100 rulers, 100 wings. As long as the rulers continue to wear these wings, the snowman will continue to write. The scene zoomed in on the inscription, gleaming in the pen still. For many years, the bond between man and pen was peaceful, Setter continued. But then rulers began to question what the inscription in their wings means. It is not a known language of any kingdom. The inscription appears nowhere else. So the best scholar of the woods studied the symbols and offered their own readings. Over the book, the phantoms of three wizened old men appeared, their beards to the floor, holding hands in the schoolmaster's tower. First, there were the three seers who brought the snowman to the school for good and evil, for protection, believing only schoolmaster could prevent the pen from corruption by either side. These seers testified that the inscription was a simple edit. The pen is man's true king. As such, the snowman was the wood's one true master, entrusted with preserving the balance. Man existed purely to serve the pen and should live humbly under its rule. The scenes atop the book changed. Now a grisly war, soldiers of good and evil spilling each other's blood.